Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is I, Matthew, you wonderful dwellers of the World Wide Web. I am super excited to be here with you guys. This is video number 20, and got a little bit of story time. It's story time today, I guess I could say, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself and a few things that I went through as a youth. When I was younger, I lived with my parents, obviously, you know, as most of us did, and I was always into video games. I went to my uncle's house, and my Uncle Herman had all the video games. So as me and my brother grew older, you know, we started purchasing them on our own. Our dad bought us our first Nintendo, and then from there, I think we put a PlayStation 1 on layaway at Kmart or something like that. And we played PlayStation 1, and then we got a couple of other systems, and then our friends had certain systems that we didn't have. But through our youth, we played video games. That was our pastime. That's what we did with our time. And it was awesome. And when I got of age and I got my own job, I was working at Taco Bell. I was making that burrito and chalupa money, and that was great. So at that point, I was able to purchase my own games. Being that I was working at Taco Bell, however, it wasn't terribly easy to purchase a lot of video games because I wasn't making that much money, maybe like $6 or $7 an hour at the time. And you know, so I had to go to stores where you trade in your games and then you get another game. And at this point, I kind of regret doing that because I miss those games. You know, I want some of those games back that I traded in. I don't even remember exactly what I traded in, but as I trade in games these days, I end up buying them back and I want them back. So I'm curious of what I traded in back in those days because, you know, it might be something that I want back or it might be worth a lot of money at this point. But needless to say, I got married about 3 years ago. When I moved out of my parents' house, I tried to gather up as much stuff as I could and bring it to the new house with me. I did leave a little bit of trash behind. I'm sorry. I'll come clean that up soon. But needless to say, I brought as much stuff as I could. Well, a couple of weeks back, my wife and I, we decided to clean out the basement. Try to get rid of as much crap as we didn't need and try to clean things up. And as we were doing so, I found a box. And in that box, I saw the most glorious collection of older games that I've ever seen in my life. Now, it was very surprising to me to find all of these because I forgot that we owned them. Now, these are a collection of not only mine, but my brother's games as well. But I completely forgot that we had them. So finding them in the basement was like, whoa, I've even bought some of these thinking that I didn't have them. But I actually have them, and I wanted to share a couple of these games with you guys and just let you know, if you guys have retro games, hold on to them because they can definitely mean something when you find them in the future. So I'll go through a couple of these, and you guys will definitely recognize a few of them. And I got some Super Nintendo titles right here. We got Super Double Dragon. Who doesn't remember playing two-player Double Dragon? That's when you played video games on a couch together with two controllers. People don't really do that anymore. Super Double Dragon here. Super Mario All-Stars. Everybody needs to have a copy of this. If you don't, you should find one. Super Smash TV, one of the first games that we've seen with a lot of blood in it. You shoot people, they explode. That was great to us as youths. Super Smash TV. Awesome there. Super Punch-Out! Everybody should play this game if you haven't. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Was the original, but Super Punch-Out! Is amazing as well. And Super Mario World I found down there. Great copies of these games. They're in really good condition. A little bit dusty, but I mean, honestly, who cares at this point? I found a bunch of PlayStation 1 titles and stuff that I remember playing and spending so much time playing. We've got Chrono Cross here. Chrono Cross is amazing. You get so many different characters within this game. One of my favorites. Final Fantasy right here. Final Fantasy, this is 9. Definitely remember that one. Final Fantasy 8 right here. And I think this next one was a launch title for the PlayStation 1. Intelligent Cube. It was a puzzle game. I know my brother was awesome at this game. I don't remember playing it too much. It was 1 or 2 players and you needed a memory card with 1, 8, or 9 blocks. Who remembers memory cards? This is good stuff here. So after that, I found a collection of Xbox games, original Xbox games. And I remember when we bought our Xbox, we were super concerned about it because it was like, are there going to be any good games on it? You know, the Xbox was new. Microsoft was new to the gaming area. We weren't really sure exactly what we were going to get with our Xbox. Well, this guy came out. Halo Combat Evolved. Original copy of it with the shiny cover and everything. Wow. Found this down there. After Halo blew up, of course you had to get Halo 2. I got the special edition here, the silver case. And then we discovered something called Xbox Live. And we loved it. We used to have buddies over and we'd hook our Xboxes together with an Ethernet cable. We'd hook up 2 TVs together in the basement and we would play Ghost Recon. We played Ghost Recon. We got 2 copies of it here because we obviously had 2 Xboxes. Had to hook them up together. And we would sit about, 7 or 8 of us in my parents' basement, and we would play games like this for hours. We would have everybody over. We'd get enough controllers. You don't do that anymore. People don't do that anymore. You play online these days, and while that's fun, this was awesome too. Getting everybody together and playing Ghost Recon together. Soul Calibur 2 got the Xbox copy because you got to play with Spawn. Spawn was big at that time, so this is something really cool to find as well. GameCube games. Wow. Star Fox Adventures. I don't even remember if this game was any good. Metroid Prime, the original one. Highly collectible. You can't hardly find this anymore. Super Mario Sunshine. Super Smash Bros. Melee. The most rage-inducing game of all time, Ikaruga. If you guys haven't played this game, look up some YouTube videos. This game is crazy. Definitely get your hands on this one. My brother was always good at puzzle games. I was not. But this one was extremely tough. Next, I found some PlayStation 2 titles, and if I could attribute one game to me playing first-person shooters, it would be this one right here. Time Splitters. It was made by Free Radical, was the company, and it was an amazing GoldenEye kind of. It was after GoldenEye came out. It was an amazing first-person shooter, and it had very unique characters, really cool maps on the game. This was one that we played a lot of. And then I found, look, Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3, Sons of Liberty, Snake Eater. Found these. Really cool games to have. If you guys ever went to the arcade back in the day, I'm sure you played this. Time Crisis. We had the guns. We'd stand up. We'd play it together. Then we've got, of course, some of the staples here. We got Max Payne, which was a big deal back then because of the bullet time. You slow down as you jump. Max Payne was a groundbreaking game. Def Jam Vendetta. You guys know how I feel about them Def Jam games. Def Jam Vendetta, Fight for New York was amazing. Devil May Cry, the first one. And then Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City. Found those down there as well in great condition, which is really important. Take care of your games, folks. Don't scratch them up. Don't jack them up. Definitely do your best to take care of your games. And then I found some Nintendo 64 games. I found Majora's Mask down there. Pokemon Puzzle League. Do not hate on this game. If you guys haven't played Pokemon Puzzle League, you're not a real thug. You're not a real gangster. You need to get a copy of Pokemon Puzzle League and play it. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Found a copy of that. This game goes for like $80 or $90 on eBay now. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Mario Kart 64. So if you guys haven't looked in your basement or looked where you used to keep your games, I definitely recommend you doing so. It's nice to take a walk down memory lane and remember those games that you used to play as a youth and be happy that you still own them. Definitely break them out and play them from time to time. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have a retro game party. We're going to play, all these old games with all the old friends, and definitely get back to it. It's nice to find those games and still have them. There's tons more back here. I would love to show you them all, but that video would be like 42 minutes long. But definitely thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys watching my video. If you like what you've seen, please hit subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Share the video with the homies. You guys, have an awesome day.